So I've been wanting to make a video like this for a really long time. This is a spring perfume collection. I like to wear my fragrances and perfumes based on the season that I'm in, and then I'll have like subcategories of moods that fit the season that I'm in. If that makes any sense, I'll try to explain that a little more later. But I've been like planning and trying to create this type of video. So let's just get into it. So I put all of my spring scents in a little Ziploc bag because I don't really have a way of um, just categorizing my perfume right now. And these are all of my perfumes that I would love to wear during the springtime. The first perfume that I love is the Michael Kors Turquoise Parfum Spray. And this is, I love this so much. I literally wore this a couple of days ago. I got this for Christmas, I think. I wore it a couple of days ago and I was like, oh, this is very springy. Here's the bottle. It's such a nice bottle. And it has that very floral scent. It reminds me of Toka. Toka has a scent, I'm not remembering it right now. I'll try to put it on the screen somewhere. This is the scent. But and it's so flowery. It smells like walking through a park when the flowers are first like blooming and like falling from the trees and everything. And I love that scent for spring. So I had to look it up, but it says that the notes are cucumber, lime, water lily with wild orchid, and jasmine. And you can smell a lot of that water lily, orchid, and jasmine because it is very floral up front. So my next favorite spring fragrance is Love Spell by Victoria's Secret, and as you can see, it's almost gone. I swear I've had this since like high school, but just the top notes of that floral is what really drives spring for me. And I know that a lot of these may be very old, but I do enjoy talking about perfume because I love changing up my scent so often. So I just wanted to show you guys like my collection. I'm going to be doing a summer one in a couple of weeks because it is getting warmer out. And then I have a fall collection that I love that I'll probably be doing a little later in the year, and the same with winter. Like, I just want to start talking about perfumes more, just because I do love experimenting with the scents and just my mood. So while the Michael Kors Turquoise is very floral, like, it's very baseline, so that would just be like if I'm going out with friends or whatever the case is. This has like a fruity-ish smell almost. So I've been hoarding this because it's almost gone and I don't want to get rid of it. But this gives me like that happy smell that like I'm out with my girls and we're having a good time. We're going to brunch. This reminds me of picking flowers in a garden somewhere and just being super chipper and happy. So that's what I meant in the beginning when I said that I have subcategories such as mood. Okay, so I'm so happy to see that Victoria's Secret does still sell this. It does have an updated packaging, or this may just be a sample from that long ago. But it's only $20, and hopefully it didn't change so much from this formula. So the description is it's a fruity floral, which is what I said, and it has cherry blossom, fresh peach, which they consider impossible to resist. Which I agree. I remember all of the high school girlies having Victoria's Secret, and you know, you could tell who was wearing what because they were just such iconic scents. And at an affordable rate. You know, Love Spell is a staple in this collection. So this next fragrance is Comptoir Sud Pacifique Paris. And this is their Vanilla Apricot. I love these. I need to buy the rest of the collection. They do have a sampler pack, and I love samplers because you can try so many perfumes. And with the amount that I love to switch around, a sampler will literally last me forever. But I found this fragrance through a YouTuber, Tati. She talked about it a little bit ago, maybe like a couple years ago, and I went out and got it. This is what it looks like. And it does have warmer notes to it, so I feel like I'd wear this on a colder spring day. I do like those vanilla and toasted marshmallow smells during the winter. And so even though this has like a fruity underlying scent, I do prefer that vanilla, that warmth during the colder days. So the head notes for this perfume is jackfruit and apricot. Heart notes are papaya, and base notes are sugar candy and vanilla pod. But the vanilla does come through a lot. So it's still spring, but it's a little of a lower mood and like a cozier mood. This next scent is another Victoria's Secret staple, and this is the strawberries and champagne. Ooh, and see, the sun came out. It knew, it knew. This one I would say was my signature scent. The other one, me and my mom shared, so that's probably why it's so used up. But this one, like, I loved it. It smells like candy. Like, this is definitely an upbeat type of day. Very sunny. This is the perfume that I would wear for that. So I actually don't know if Victoria's Secret still sells this, but the notes, it's tempting, fruity fragrance with a splash of flirtation with wild strawberries and sparkling champagne. So, like, but you do smell the strawberries. I'm sure a lot of you have smelt this, but it's the strawberries that really set it off for me because it just feels like going to get candy and ice cream, those kind of things. You know. So I don't remember the name of this fragrance because I got it in an influencer, um, and this is the sample size. But from the smell of it, it's a very spring bordering summer scent for me. I do like stronger, fruity smells for the summer. So this is like borderline floral, um, but there's just some type of boldness to it that just gives that summer. So I would say that for me, this is like an end of May type of scent. But yes, I'm gonna keep this one in my spring scents because it has this vibrancy that I really like in the spring. I like my spring scents to be a little more playful, so they are florally and fruity, but I don't know, they have this playful bounce aroundness to them. While the summer scents, I like that they're a little more put together. Okay, so for the next perfume, it's Penrose Little Dipper. I like Penrose a lot because their sampler has these like perfume towelettes, and so you rub them on, but they're also biodegradable, which is really nice. And I found it on the spring and summer border, so I'm pretty sure I put one of these in my summer collection as well. Since you get like 4 in the sampler, I think it's 4 of each in the sampler pack, or 3 of each. So spring gets 1, and summer got 1. But so the notes are peony, lavender, and creamy sandalwood. And I love a woody scent, but because it's such a floral woody, it screams spring to me. I also love the way that it meshes with my body's pH. It is a lot more florally on my body. So I think I'm going to do the rest of the Penrose ones. I wrote myself a little note on here. So this is Sun Saint, and this is sea salt, coconut, and lime. And I enjoy the smell of this, but I wrote down a little note that says that this doesn't really work for me. So once it's on my skin, and it meshes with like my body chemistry, it starts smelling a little different in a way that I didn't really like. So in the packaging, it smells fruity and citrusy and like oranges and tangerines. And on my body, it just kind of doesn't do that. But for whatever reason, it kind of smells like cleaning product. And that's not the perfume's fault. So I did put it in the spring because it's that vibrant, lovely smell. But because it doesn't work for my body, I may just give it to somebody else that enjoys it more. Because it is such a beautiful, beautiful smell. I love the way it smells coming from here. It just does not mix with me personally. The next pin rose is Merrymaker. And this is Nectarine, Plum, and Tonka Bean. Again, a bunch of ones that I love, right? It has the fruitiness, and then it'll have either woodsy or florally, and that's what I'm really liking for spring. I don't remember what these smell like, but being that I didn't write a note for myself with these, I'm pretty sure it was just fine and gave just my regular what I would wear for spring. The next one is Tambourine Dreamer. These names are so cute, by the way. And this has Lily, Ylang Ylang, don't know what that is, and then White Musk. I find that White Musk isn't as strong, and so it allows for a layering that isn't overpowering. And I think that's why I like this. So it gives you that musky scent, but the lily still comes through, and like the flower is still very much prevalent instead of it being an undertone. The last pin rose, I believe this is the last pin rose, is Wild Child. And this has gardenia, jasmine, and frangipani. Now, I love me some gardenia. I grew up smelling it because my mother is in love with gardenia. And this is just exactly the floral that I mean when I say that I love spring scents. This is exactly what I look for. It's just flowers. It's like walking through Central Park when the cherry blossoms are in bloom. Walking through a tulip field. Like, that's what floral spring scents remind me of. And this is that. So this is the Toka fragrance. I didn't know that this was in here. It's Florence. And this was my spring scent for the longest. It's a Parisian sophisticate, Italian bergamot and crushed violet petals, paired with rich gardenia and sophisticated blonde woods. So this gives me the literal floral and woodsy that smells like walking through the park on a spring day. And it's literally my favorite scent ever. And I base all of my spring scents on this scent. This was my go-to scent for the spring, and I base all of them on this. So yes. Next fragrance is Dolce&gabbana's Peony. How cute. And then the little sample bottle is even cuter. But again, this is exactly what I mean. This is Peony, right? It has that floral scent, flowers, spring. So the heart note is bouquet of peonies, and then it has freesia flowers and Bulgarian roses, followed by warm aromas of yellow Mirabelle plum nectar, woodsy notes of patchouli, honey, and amber. And then it says that sweetens the finish. So yeah, I definitely get that. That's probably why I also love it for spring, because it's a little warmer than my usual go-to summer scents. So next one is a sample of Miss Dior Roses and Roses. I think I also got this in an influencer, but like it's a rose scent. What screams spring more than roses? Like, I haven't smelled this one in a while, so I got these little papers. This also gives me a little bit more summer vibes as well, because it just has that, like, I guess like a sophistication. So an abundance of fresh, colorful grass rose petals brightened by dewy citrus, the energy of a sparkling floral. I don't really smell citrus with this though. But it is smelling like someone from my childhood used to wear this. I have a replica in here, but I don't know where the actual little fragrance thing went. But this is Springtime in a Park. Fragrance description is blossoms and fruity notes. So yeah, sparkling notes of pearl and lily of the valley enveloped by tender white musks. See, do you guys see the pattern? Like, this is my spring scent. The return of a luminous season in a blooming park. I wish I could smell it again though. So now I know I have to like purchase this because what happened to it? It's not here anywhere. Okay, so next is the Pure Grace Nude Rose by Philosophy. I love Philosophy's Pure Grace line, like, love. Their original is my favorite scent on the planet. This I was on the fence about for spring, because sometimes I'd wear it and it would give me like a springy smell because it does have that floral, but it also gives me a summer. So I do have two of these, and so one is in the spring and one is in the summer. But it is a floral scent, nude rose, right? Fresh floral, which fresh floral is what I go for my summer. So the top notes are neroli, bergamot, and dewy greens. The bergamot is probably what makes me feel like it's a spring. Middle notes are rose petals, rose centifolia, and orange flower. And then the bottom notes are cedarwood, ambrox, and sun-kissed musk. So that's why I'm kind of on the fence, because it does smell very fresh, which is my summer usually, but all of the floral and wooziness gives me spring, so I'm just gonna put it in both. But I love these. So this next one that I have here is Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc. Does it have any? No. But it's giving me more of a summer because it is fresher, but it doesn't have that floral really. Okay, so I looked it up and it is a fresh scent, fresh citrus and fruits. So it has Coco de Mer, Ylang Ylang from Comori's Island, and bergamot flower. And something about that freshness is just screaming summer to me, so I'm actually going to switch it and put it in my summer collection. So I guess if you're watching the spring and the summer, you're going to be seeing it twice. The next perfume that I have here is Violet Eyes by Elizabeth Taylor, and this is another one that I'm on the fence for, but will probably switch to spring. So the top note is composed of fresh white peach, followed by the floral heart of jasmine and purple rose. And then the undertones are peony, amber, and cedar. Yeah, and all of that combined really gives me a summer for me. So this next one is the Seven Virtues Blackberry Lily. And this is like a borderline spring for me because the blackberry is so deep that it could be a fall or a winter for me. So the notes are blackberry, lily, and geranium. And I think the geranium is what's making it so deep. So this would be like a rainy day, but it could also be like a winter. I'm gonna wear it and see if it changes. So I'll put this one to the side and wear it, and maybe if my pH changes it a little, it'll tell me what mood I prefer to have it in, and if it's a spring mood or a winter mood. We're gonna see. Okay. Next one is Phlur Améline. This is definitely a spring. This smells like flowers, like the straight flowers. Okay, the notes are rose, Italian bergamot, pink pepper, patchouli, and sandalwood. I definitely got that pink pepper because you know how it makes your nose itch a little bit. It says colors white, camel, pink rose. I don't know what that means. Oh, and they give you like a little song. It's Jabuticaba by Bebel Gilberto. Not sure. But yes, this is very spring to me. This is straight flowers. But it's like deep flowers. Like when it's humid and you're walking through a garden and you just smell the buds of the roses. Like that's what this reminds me of, and that's just so spring to me. Certain wafts do give me a borderline summer, but I'm gonna keep this as spring so far. So I don't have any more of this one, but my mom used to have this one and I loved it for spring. This is the Dior's J'adore, the original one though, because I know they just came out with a white one, and that one is must be a spring scent as well. But this is floral. It's a classic floral scent type with keynotes of ylang ylang, Damascus rose, and grassy jasmine. I don't know if I said any of that correctly, but like I can't smell anything. There's nothing in here, and I'm so sad. But I definitely remember just smelling this and wanting to take it from her. Um, Very spring to me. So this last one is Tory Burke's Love Relentlessly, and I love it so much. Toka and Tory Burke are like my fragrance loves because they always are on point with my mood. But Love Relentlessly literally smells like falling in love in the springtime, and like they come give you flowers like a bouquet, and you're walking in the park and hand in hand. Like that's what it smells like to me. Let me get you the fragrance notes. So it has pink pepper, pink grapefruit, Sicilian lemon, sparkling pear, raspberry, lychee, rose essential, orris, jasmine sambac, patchouli heart, amber, Australian sandalwood, vetiver, or I don't know how to say that, cedarwood heart, and tonka bean absolute. First of all, again, my spring is literally everywhere. Did you hear all of those uh, fruits and flowers? Like, and it bounces around. Sometimes you smell the fruit, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you smell the sandalwood, and I love that for spring. Oh my goodness. Um, Love that. Love, love, love. That is like that'll probably be this spring's go-to for me. I love it so much. And that is all for my spring perfume collection. Let me know what you're wearing this spring. I would love to know. And are any of the fragrances that I mentioned your go-to? I would love to know that as well. And see you in the next video. I'll be making the summer one at some point in the next few months, and then you'll see the fall and the winter closer to the end of the year. But let me know, and I can't wait to talk more about my favorite perfumes with you guys. Bye. See you in the next video.